It's giving, y'all. Y'all got confirmed. That's it. She says
vibes. You know the vibes.
as soon as the shades came on.
Live from the MC.
Welcome to the Dyckman podcast. This is Kevin Benkosme. This episode is sponsored by Full NYC. We actually have merch of Full NYC. We have these hats. They sponsored the episode. If you like them, follow the page and please purchase as many as you'd like.
Aplauso.
And with this episode, I am welcomed with Foreign. If you guys saw the last episode, you know who he is, friend of the show. And I have a very special guest here. I've written down a few things that you've done. First off, born and raised in Harlem. She is the first.
And Dyckman.
She is the first Dominican woman to host a drive-in red carpet event in New York City history.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that until I was doing research about you. Look at that.
Say that again.
She is the first Dominican woman to host a drive-in red carpet event in New York City history.
Shots. What brand?
Now, she's the former host of the New York Latino Film Festival and Rise Up New York City concerts. An upcoming New York City artist with music and shows in English and Spanish all over the city.
Shout out to Vito Manuel.
You will catch her all over the city. Ella se llama La Matatana No Te Haga. Genny Genn, people.
Oh,
Genny
get a round of
Genn,
applause. Shots. Yo soy tu mami en el Ryan, nigga.
Genny Genn, bitch. Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling blessed to be here.
Thank you. Bless her.
Yes. I mean, the Dyckman podcast. I'm born and raised in Dyckman too. That's why I said that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dyckman 204 Broadway right there.
Shit, I ain't
If
me.
you know, you know.
I ain't
yeah.
me. Copy.
Type shit.
So I want to start off the interview by first of all giving you your flowers. You've been hustling for a long time.
Yes.
We've had a few conversations. We met this year, but throughout the conversations we've had, you told me a little bit about what you do. I mean, there was that time I even asked you, like, yo, how old are you? Because you was just talking to me about so many things that she's done. So you worked hard to get to where you at, and you deserve to be here. I just wanted to tell you that face to face on the Dyckman podcast.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Six
you
with
to
the
everybody
bars, yo.
Oh,
For sure. We actually met on a movie set. That shows you what
Yeah.
type of relationship we have. Was that your acting debut?
No, I've been acting since I was like 6 years old, 7 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. You see, she's
Yeah.
working so hard. She has so many things to talk about. Matter of fact, I want to pivot real quick. Can you tell me a little bit about that? How'd you start acting? What was your
I
first
just
project?
feel like in school, like they always had like a school play or like talent shows, and like it was just a requirement, like dance class. But like my school was really about that theatrical like form of creativity for the kids.
What school did you
So
go
I
to?
was always involved. Like I would always audition.
What school did you
I went to school right there, 204 Broadway. Amistad Dual Language School.
copy?
Yeah, shout out to Amistad. Feel me? Dyckman, grew up there.
Vibes.
They know the vibes, man.
They know
Like
the
literally, like grew up here to the point that it's like when I run errands here, I like see my friends
Yeah.
cousin,
Yeah.
or like somebody from like 6th grade's mom, random,
Yeah.
random.
That's another great
Type
thing.
shit.
That's another great thing about Dyckman. Like the people have been here for so long. The coach
For
ain't
so
going
long.
nowhere. The coach has been established. And when those people that leave and come back, it feels like they're right at home. You know?
Yeah, I feel like I left even though I never lived here. But when I come back, it's like, wow, this shit is home for real. Yeah.
Nice. Can you tell me about how you
I'm like looking at his nose like,
can you
what he about to-
Cheater.
what you finna ask?
cheating on his
What
test
you
and
finna
shit?
ask?
Can you tell me about how you got started in this whole entertainment career that you have, that you've built?
like, was this always what you wanted to do?
High key, yeah. I mean, like, I always saw myself on TV when I was little.
Mhm.
I always saw myself, like, I identify myself with, like, the Disney Channel kids.
Oh, you was jumping
Feel
on the
me?
trampoline and shit?
Okay, yeah,
You
no.
saw the
We
Invisible
was in the hood. We was jumping on the couches type shit. But
That's the fact. I could relate to that.
definitely. So, yeah, and, like, very much like I told you, I was very involved in school. Like, whenever they had shows, I would audition. Like, they would pick me and stuff. Like, give you a little role.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever like play they're doing, stuff like that. Like they really had little kids working. Like we was doing plays, rehearsal after school.
Mm-hmm.
like
What do you remember?
type shit.
Do you remember a play that you did or any type of exercises that you used to do?
Yeah, I did a lot of acting exercises. I did a lot of like physical exercises, like speech exercises
Mm-hmm.
that would prep you before going on stage. I was actually telling myself that like, oh wow, like I was really disciplined. Like I
Yeah,
need to
you left it
start
early.
disciplining myself now more with my music just because it was a thing in school.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like a thing that I just do in my life type shit where it's like before the studio, like there's this trick my dad taught me, which is like you put a pencil on your mouth and you just talk with it for like
Yeah, I know that.
5 minutes.
Yeah,
Just so it could get your tongue really moving and like
Pause.
Hey.
the mind is in the
Yo.
gutter. Just so you can get your tongue moving
Mm-hmm.
and like I said it again. And just flowing. So like
Mhm.
when you do get in the booth, it's just like everything flows like butter type shit.
Yeah, now you taught that early to put a pen like this, and
Mhm.
then it really gets your speech impediment going, especially when you're ready to get in the booth or to perform on stage or even just talk
Yes.
to people.
Yes.
Definitely know what exercise you're talking about.
Yeah.
So you spoke a little bit about it, but I want to ask you directly: did your teachings in school transition over to what you're doing with your career in terms of skills and in terms of opportunity?
Yes. So definitely. I was kind of telling this to a couple of my friends because I feel like this journey of like I did that in middle school, right? And then I kind of was like, okay, I want to for real do this. And then like I was auditioning to like theater schools.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to a theater school where we had to dance, act, and sing every day and do social studies and science and like pass the regents. And then they want you there from like 8:15 till 3 o'clock. And then if you are in the musical, you gotta be
Yeah, till 6
rehearsal every
o'clock, 7
day,
o'clock, yeah.
6:30 every day. Like they had us fucking doing mad shit. I was thinking like, damn, niggas used to be fit because one of my dancers, we went to high school together. So we over here performing on the stage. Like, damn, thank God we rehearsed for this shit because this shit a whole workout. Like for real though. Like they used to have us doing fucking like minute planks, fucking minutes, like
As a kid?
yeah, bro, minute. Yo, OD, it felt like a boot camp, like an active
Yeah.
boot camp. Like just cause my like basically the teachers they had in the building were like basically like retired. Not retired, but like people that they wanted probably to have their shot. And they did a lot of the Broadway, a lot of the shit, like the grind, and then they kind of just teach kids now, right?
Yeah,
So
like it didn't happen, so I'm gonna take the knowledge I have and give it back.
teach it to the kids.
Exactly. There's
So
a lot of people in that field that do that. Shout out to y'all because y'all could have just went off and did your own thing, but you decided to give back to the youth.
To the youth.
Always shout out to that. Now I want to get into how you started your music career. One thing I've noticed from listening to your music is one of your biggest inspirations is Lil Wayne.
Damn, you was hearing that shit, huh?
Yeah, I do my research.
How many times I mentioned him?
At least twice.
Okay.
At least twice.
Definitely twice.
So
Definitely twice. Maybe 3 times.
Yeah, I wanted to say 3, but I know
He did his research.
I know for sure.
is Wayne the GOAT to you?
I mean, I think Wayne is the GOAT to me. Like, he's in my top 5. Like,
Yeah, he's in my
for
top 5.
sure.
What do you mean?
He's actually my top 3. Like, he's my favorite rapper. Like, anybody that knows me, and I'm going to say this on the podcast,
Please.
when I die, play Lil Wayne at my funeral. For real.
Which
That ass. When y'all party and celebrate me, make sure there's a Lil Wayne playlist.
Okay, but
I love this.
do you want I Feel Like Dying to play?
Not at the funeral, but like, you know, at the after party. You know, niggas always
Nah,
want
you could play Wayne
a
at the
little after party.
I don't think you got what I
I mean, we
just said.
Catholic.
I just want to input something
I don't
real
think you
quick.
got what I just said.
As
You said a Wayne bar.
There's a song by him called.
I feel like dying. Yeah.
Do you
Oh,
want that?
I feel like that.
yeah, as,
Do you want
as
that to be played
98
at-
babies, as 98 babies, Wayne is like the rapper from our generation.
It's a fact.
That's who influenced the rap culture when
That is a
we was
fact.
growing up. So
Type shit.
of course,
That is a
that's gonna
fact.
be the influence.
And no funny shit. I remember one time, like, this is when we first started getting the little, like, computers and shit in the house. My brother's way older than me. We have a 12-year difference. And I remember, like, he opened the laptop and the tab was open. It was, like, Lil Wayne, the Millie lyrics. He's like, what the fuck you learning? He was like, fuck is this? Well, he was saying, like, he was just, you know, he said the craziest
He
shit
was
in that
into,
song.
like MF Doom and Nas and shit. Like, here
But yo,
we
hear
are
me out.
listening to Weezy.
What was your brother a fan of that he was so shocked that you were learning that?
Definitely not rap. I mean, and he knows this, bro. Like he put me on to my house era, so you can understand the difference between me and my brother.
Yeah.
Like he made a house playlist for me.
He didn't even want you to listen to words, basically.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what he was listening to at the time because I'm like 8 years old, 9.
Uh-huh.
But I know that I learned the rap that I know on my own. It wasn't like, oh, people always tend to have like an older sister, older brother that's like, oh, my sister put me on to Leah. Like, nah, I learned about Leah on my own. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Your brother ain't going to
you know, Spanish is how I'm first generation. Like, everybody was like born over there. So, like,
you first generation here.
American, yeah.
Copy. Yeah, he's definitely not gonna understand what tougher than Nigerian hair means. He ain't gonna get that.
Respect it though. He respect.
Oh, you
You
have
know,
to.
Wayne is the GOAT.
You have to. Lil
You
Wayne
know
is
it.
definitely the goal. Anybody that's, I want to say, what, 35 and under, you was there for your Lil Wayne era. Like,
There you go.
Weezy had you right into
And the 40 somethings, don't forget.
40 somethings
They
too.
got-
40 somethings
they-
too.
they
They
respected.
respected it, but 35 and under, we grew up in that. Like that was our one.
Cash
You know what I'm
money.
saying? Like, yeah. It
As
was
a-
him and Kanye.
As a Lil Wayne fan, how do you feel about JC not getting him for the New Orleans Super Bowl performance?
I feel like there's been a lot of opinions. I personally think that there has to be something behind the scenes we don't know. Jay and Weezy, whatever the beef is, I don't know if there was some shit that happened throughout the years, cause that's his hometown and Wayne is the GOAT. So that's a go-to. That's like the Yankee Stadium in New York, like the Met Stadium. That's like, you know, that's what reps. That's the team that reps the state. So it's like the rapper, if we're gonna identify that reps New Orleans, period, and nobody's topped them since, is Lil Wayne. So like, high key, I don't know if it's because of the profanity, but then again, Kendrick Lamar's a rapper with mad profanity too. It's not about that.
We
I
don't say that name on this song.
Is Kendrick a performer? Like, we don't know. Just as much as Lil Wayne might not be Beyonce level, giving us the moves or nothing, but we want to see Wayne at the Super Bowl level, how far and deep he could go with his art type shit. Cause that's what the Super Bowl is. You show like your art and like, this is me times 1,000, nigga, type shit. But I mean, I think it's just cause he had that little diss to Drake, and that shit really brought him back.
It's not that.
I mean, you know, the internet's just gonna say some wild shit.
It's not that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that Lil Wayne should have been invited, and then if he respectfully declined, then it should have been a Kendrick Lamar invitation. Now, if we got the confirmation, I don't know. I mean, do we have that confirmation that is that what happened?
No.
Because if that's not what happened, then some shit is there that we don't know about.
I could tell you it's not what happened because Lil Wayne would definitely not decline that invitation. I think
There you
that he didn't get that invitation, and it has nothing to do with Lil Wayne. Obviously, anybody that thinks of New Orleans music thinks of Master P, Cash Money, Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
Now, this is what I want to say. First of all, I had an issue with two things: Lil Wayne not getting the opportunity and the midget getting the opportunity. Now, if you look at the last few years of the Super Bowl, it has been a regional performance. Dr. Dre in LA, Usher in Vegas after the residency. The next 2 years
Actually,
will both be in California.
Mhm.
After this year, the next 2 years will be in California. Now, why give Lil Homie the Super Bowl this year? It's because of the beef. Pause. Because of the beef he had with Drake.
Oh,
Now,
but you think Jay is Team Kendrick? Is that what he's saying?
1 million
no,
percent.
it's deeper than that.
What was
1 million
that?
It's deeper
1
than
million
that.
percent.
When was he Team Kendrick? I thought he was team neutral.
No, hell no.
No?
He's Team Kendrick because Kendrick.
But you posted some shit and I saved that link on Twitter because I was like, wait, I need to tap into this because when exactly did it?
Oh, that,
You know,
Jay-Z
and
and
I'm
Drake
pretty-
have beef.
I didn't see what he posted, but I'm pretty sure I know what he's
The
talking
link
about.
on YouTube and I fucking marked that shit. I was like, I'm watching this.
I'm
shit
pretty
later.
sure I know what he's talking about because me and him right here. Like, if you look at the last few artists that has been on the Super Bowl, they all have issues with Drake. Outside of Usher, there was Rihanna, there was The Weeknd, that was Kendrick, and Hove is the person that chooses who goes up. Now it goes all the way back to when Drake chose the bag from Apple Music over the 1.2% from Tidal, but that's a separate story.
Right.
I think that Lil Wayne has more influence, more hits, and more cultural relevance than Kendrick Lamar to this day. And I think that the Drake stimulus package is a real thing. Anybody that critiques him from podcasting to music or even mentions his name skyrockets and gets money off of it. And this is just another example of that. And I actually want to make a bet online. I want to make a bet. If Kendrick Lamar comes out in chains and in jail clothes, then I will come on this podcast and take 10 shots of Henny to the face. Because I really believe he would do that. We're going to get slave raps in the middle of an entire football game, and people will turn off the channel when he comes on. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Can I get some shots?
Yeah, it's bigger than that. It's not even about Lil Wayne. It's just about a bunch of things behind the scenes. Like it goes.
That's what I'm saying, right?
It goes to like Megan Thee Stallion and Tory. Like it's so many things. Like
you saw they took away Tory Lane's recording equipment today, bro. They are on fire.
I know.
They are on fire.
It's all good though. It's all good.
They took away Tory Lane's recording equipment from jail today.
From jail?
From jail.
They took it out. Oh, there was free Tory on the notes today.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
There's free Tory in the notes on Instagram. I'm like, what's going on? So that's
yeah.
Sure.
He was putting out quality music from jail. So now they took him
right, because of course they snuck that in for him. Like,
I mean, I don't know if they snuck it in. I thought he would have got
brought it in. Let me just bring it in my bag.
That's crazy. No, I thought he had permission, right?
I thought he had permission, but
I think it's only right. I mean, he's an artist, right?
Well, he said no, because
What's
that's what I
him
interviewed.
and like,
He said he found out to record quality music over the phone.
Yeah, and I guess he.
I didn't know Tory Lanez was fucking Pablo Escobar over here.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, they snuck in, motherfucker. What is he mastering and mixing shit?
I mean,
he said over the phone.
I heard it was over the phone too.
I think artists should be able to record music while they're in jail. I think so.
That way you don't forget the flow and the melody. What if you wrote those rhymes like 2 years ago? You got time in jail, right? Like,
You know what I mean? If they're able to write in books and scratch on walls, they should be able to record music. Put it
I
out.
think Tory Lane's engineer got tips from Vibes Cartel's engineer and all
Exactly. Exactly.
facts.
The only way.
Speaking of which,
murder too.
Speaking of which, y'all
That's a
remember
fact.
to bring it full circle. Y'all remember when Lil Wayne rapped over Light Up over the phone, and when he was in jail?
I mean, you mean mixing?
No, it was Light Up.
That was in jail?
Yeah,
He did the video.
he did the video.
Yeah, in
for
jail.
me.
In
He
Rikers.
recorded-
He shot a video.
He recorded his verse over the phone over Ustream. Remember that? Classic moment. Shout out Weezy F baby.
Nah, he
One
is
of my favorite rappers.
living legend. Don't wait till people die to say they're a legend.
And
He is a living legend. Like, there are existing legends right now. And Drake is one of them.
but this is what
100%.
people are
Throw
saying.
shots.
Some people are saying like, why are you letting your disdain for like Drake and like the whole other people
I like that
take
word.
over the moment that Lil Wayne deserves? Get it? Like it's
Exactly.
his hometown. So you getting
Exactly.
all that other shit, get in the middle of
Exactly.
his moment.
Exactly. And he will
The hate is so real. The hate is so real.
and he will
No love.
he will probably never get an opportunity like this.
Never.
We have
Again.
somebody who's able to put him in position to record to perform on the biggest platform, one of the biggest platforms for music artists in his hometown. Like, imagine he brings out Master P and Cash Money,
Oh.
Juvenile, bro.
Nicki Minaj, that would be dope.
Nicki.
Even Drake. Even Drake.
Yeah,
That's what it is. He don't want them to come on the stage.
And he got a hit with all of them.
yeah.
But
Now,
as a business person, I understand it because why would you want see your app winning? Get it? Like I get it, but
Cause
I wouldn't have done that.
at the end of the day, y'all gonna bring a bag together, bro. Like, at the end of the day,
My question is, do you think America wants to see Master
Yes.
P and,
Oh.
and all the
I thought you meant Wayne. Yeah, America definitely was.
Bro, Little John is not even as big as Master P.
Wait,
Little
what?
John was in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
because it's one thing about people in New York City or like the state of New York or the East Side.
They're both from the South. They're both from the South.
They know him everywhere. Every state. For
Little John, Master P.
Yo, they
that's,
do.
That's why I brought up the regional point.
Right.
Like the last few shows have been regional artists, and also the next two shows are in California. So one, I think it's Santa Fe
In San Francisco.
and then San Francisco, and then the next one is in Inglewood. But they gave it to him now because of the beef he had with Drake.
You could have literally
They
gave it
wanna
to Kendrick Lamar
capitalize.
twice, and we wouldn't have cared.
They want to capitalize, bro.
That's
Literally, they
messed
could have
up.
did that.
And I don't know, to be honest.
Moral of the
That's messed
story.
I'm kind of over it.
Moral of the story: Drake hate overseas logic. Now let's get back to
They hate Drake.
let's get back to Genny Genn. That was a great topic. I want to get back to the point of focus.
Genny Genn over
ask
Drake.
you about. I want to ask you about 3 studio sessions.
3.
My 3 favorite songs by you are Caramela, Pullup, and Obsession.
Mm.
Can you tell me how those songs came about?
Okay, word. I'll tell you in the order I dropped them.
Sure.
Let's do that. So Caramela was my first song that I ever dropped independently as an artist, like as a single. Cause I was just kind of like, I was telling somebody this the other day. I was just kind of like, I was telling Foreign this the other day.
I was gonna say you were
in the
telling me.
studio. I was telling somebody this. I was telling Foreign this the other day that I was just in the studio with niggas because, you know, I'll already be in like the industry, right?
Mhm.
And at some capacity, I have had a lot of friends who are artists, and you know, whether they're good artists or bad artists, they be in the studio. So I was just like featuring on niggas shit, but they would never drop, and I'm like, damn, these niggas ain't serious. So then I had kind
Hate
of.
that shit.
Yo, D, mind you, I'm not even pushing. I'm just in the studio, but I'm like, when this shit dropping? I'm supposed to listen to this shit on my notes? Fuck.
Type shit.
What is going on for mad long? So I was just like, okay. Then I had a friend who like actually dropped the music, and like I just had a couple homies that were kind of like, yo, like I feel like you should really make music. And I was like, word? For what? Like
Mhm.
type shit. But then I was like, okay, let me start writing whatever, like my own shit. Cause writing 16 bars to feature on somebody's shit is light work to me. And then
So you're telling us that you started being a feature. You wasn't even thinking about actually being an artist yourself.
I wasn't even
full-time,
thinking about anything about being an artist. Like I was very full blown, like a host. I do a lot of media and production work. This is the crazy.
Never heard of that. Like somebody's just rapping, just rap. Like
this
yo,
is crazy.
I'm just
thing.
picturing all my friends. So like,
Nah, it was for fun at first, but like for the most part, I always did a lot of hosting. I did a lot of this. Like I did this in college. I had won like the best radio station show of all year. Like
Now wait,
in
that again.
college,
That again. What you want?
I won. They had like a radio, like a TV and radio major award ceremony, and me and my boy, we won the best podcast of the year of that year,
Can we
2019.
get a round of applause for that, please?
He's saying it that
College.
that's something to like brag about.
Right, I was like, niggas is listening in this bitch, and like you know when you type shit, like when you really, we was like, yo, we nominated. Fuck going on? We was like, should we go? And then we found out we were nominated. We were like, okay, bet. Yo, we won that shit. I was like, I mean, yo, we had the hottest radio show. It was like a hip hop. We had a hip hop radio show, and we would bring mad niggas out, bro. We was in Flatbush, Brooklyn College.
That's what I'm saying.
Dead ass having niggas from the Bronx, Burnside, Queens, Staten Island come get interviewed, bro.
Yeah.
I had a homegirl that interviewed Joey Badass before he popped, type shit.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, like there was niggas in Brooklyn College that was just slide to like get
No,
interviewed.
there's a quote.
Type shit.
There's a quote that says, "You're the last to find out you're the hottest, and you're the last to find out that you fell off." And when you're in it, you're just working. But with that being said, I wanted to bring up something that Foreign was about to talk to you about. I was writing it down in my notes. I feel like the best rappers are people that other people tell you, yo, you should rap. Because you already have the entire package of what people want to see. Now let's just find a way to bring it into music. And I think that's something that fell upon you with your story. This is people were bringing it to the studio. People were telling you, yo, you should do it. Because there's people that say they want it, and other people are like, I gotta see it. And there's other people that are like, yo, why aren't you doing it already?
Yeah, and that's kind of the reaction I got from people, like, cause already like what I was trying to get to with the podcasting was that like I was kind of getting into like people like my voice, and that was what the whole podcasting thing. That's why I even got into it in hosting and stuff like that. And then I started doing a couple voiceover gigs and stuff like that. So then that's
a
when
cartoon?
that really came into. Yeah, I did like not a cartoon, but it was. I mean, I would love to do a cartoon. I would love to like do a like Disney movie
What type of
voiceover.
cartoon you want to do? What type of character you want to
It would have to be like some gangster shit, like right, like the a la madrina type shit, like, 'cause, like for real though, like
Okay, you hard for real shit.
I don't know. I just feel like I can't really change my voice. I've tried, like
How would you describe your
trying
voice?
to do a British accent is like so funny because it's like it doesn't really work.
Let's hear it.
Can I please get a little bit of tea? That's all I can say. Like a little bit of that tea.
It's cute.
Say
just-
say Tuesday in British. Come on, man.
I was gonna say. I was really gonna say Tuesday. I was gonna say Tuesday.
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 All you saying, all I heard from
Honestly-
that is that you to New York, and that shows off in your artistry. No,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Very, very. That's what I
Especially
get
in
from
your
a lot of
music.
people. Yeah.
Especially in your music, but that's a good thing. That's not a hindrance. That's a strength.
Yes, yes. Natural. Like
You-
literally Harlem, Dyckman bread, Dominican
Can you
parents.
tell me about the Pullup studio session? Because when I heard
so
when
we
I heard
went in
your
the whole
music,
thing. I didn't even tell you about Caramela. Point right. We just going on all. We have all these
Man, it's
tabs
cool. It's
open,
cool.
right?
We got a lot to talk about.
Shit. But tell me about Pullup.
Well, when I heard Pullup, what stood out to me was that was your, when I was studying your music, that was the most melodic that you've gotten to the point of what I listened to. I think you've gotten melodic after that. But I think that song specifically is your most different and unique song in terms of sound.
Oh wow.
So that's why I'm very curious about that session.
Words. So I kind of wrote that song just because the melody. That's why I started singing to it. Because if you really hear the beat, there's like this instrument that's like the first instrument that plays that goes. So it's like I was just like, I guess, writing something along from what I was
Hearing.
hearing, like literally the melody. I was like, let me just ride the wave of this melody.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of just like in that mood where I'm like, yo, why every time we pull up, they be mad? Like,
That's a
right?
fact.
Like, it was on some shit. Like, me and my friends, we were like, yo, like, so then I was just
Shout out
like,
to
let me
everybody
write
that be
this
mad.
shit.
You heard?
Yo, why y'all be mad? I mean, if y'all mad, we doing something right, man. We always doing something.
I always say,
Amen.
You only got haters when you're doing something right.
All the time.
Jenny, is your writing style always the same? Like process? Like do you always hear the melody and then write? Or is it different ways that you write?
So I prefer to write along with the beat, but there has been times where like maybe I had some lyrics or an idea, a couple bars that I just write down, keep it there, and then if I do hear a beat that's fire, then I'm like, oh, this could go with what I wrote the other day. Then I'll just try to see how that works. You know what I mean? But
Do you ever write a song and then hear a new beat and transition those lyrics to the new beat?
I prefer, like, not that I prefer not to, but the time that I did do that, I preferred not to because it was just kind of like a licensing thing, which is why I had to like do a beat that like an original beat, kind of like what Eamon did, Slid on You, and did a beat. Same thing, my boy cooked up a beat. And it was completely different too. So I had to switch up my whole flow. It was a lot of things.
No,
but I
think
really cared about the song.
He meant like, do you ever hear another beat and be like, damn, I should do this song on this beat?
I don't think that's happened to me yet. Where
Once
it's
you
like,
write a song on a beat, that's the beat that you chose.
yeah, I feel like that's the beat that I chose.
The
Even
emotion,
though
the moment in time.
the moment in
Yeah.
time, yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard. I find it impressive when artists could do that and then actually be better.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, nigga. Like,
Yeah, right?
usually, if I don't feel that beat, that same melody, that same energy, it won't come out the same.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I do
Yeah.
that all the fucking time. Like I'll
Oh, do you?
even record a song and it's done, and then I'll hear another beat and I'm like, damn, this shit.
I feel like that's a talent though. Like
And then
for you
you
to
gotta-
recognize that.
You gotta rewrite the whole shit,
Like
reorganize it.
reflow it.
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
Right? Like,
I've taken entire
different.
beats. I've taken entire songs, scratched it, used 3 or 4 things, and then that's the hook for another song, and now I can't use that song anymore. Like it's a whole process. But everybody's
Yeah.
writing style is different.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, you know, I think a song can sound amazing on different beats or even sang in different formats. Like I feel like people are doing like acoustic versions of their songs, right? So that's cool.
What's the most songs you did in one session? Like, or and how long was it?
I think like 4 or 5 songs,
How many hours?
like 6 hours.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
Sounds about right. That sounds about
6 hours.
Yeah.
Do you feel like your throat was like done? Like, do you feel tired of that?
Yes, because I got drunk.
You will never get drunk again.
Been there too.
No, I mean, yeah, I think because it was
I don't
just
get drunk
like,
when I record because
I like to drink because sometimes it does bring those creative juices. Maybe
Yeah.
you just get sparked a little
You
bit
get
more.
and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little loose. You might like get more comfortable behind the mic. But I did get like, because the session was that long, we popped the Henny from the walk-in. That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
So that was the issue. Like by the time I got to the last song, which was like the most important song to me, which is No Rooftop actually, I fucking was like, nah, we keeping the original. Cause it was on I recorded it already on a different studio.
You was yelling.
No. The original one is the one that I recorded first off rip. Like,
when you was drunk, you was yelling, right? Like,
yo, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and just sounding all like raspier than usual. And I was like, nah, this ain't what's
besides that, like, has there ever been a point where you recorded a song, even sober, like, and the next day you was like, oh hell no?
Yeah, always go back and fix that shit, man. Don't be like, did it sound like crazy? And ask your friend. No, if you have to think about it, it sound crazy. Go fix that shit. Go fix that shit.
Did you ever fix a song and it actually like came out better?
Always. I feel like the songs I've worked on the most or like lived in my notes app the longest are my best songs. Like,
I was gonna say that because there's artists that say like, yo, I wrote this in 15 minutes, and that's the best songs usually, like the ones that just come out of you.
that too, though. That's another thing
So
too.
which one
I
is
mean, I think for those artists, but I think for me, the songs that I really look at the most and hear the most,
that you spend the most time with?
yeah, that I spend the most time with, type shit.
I think it's a mix. Every song is different. Some songs you could come out on the first try. Sometimes you got to go back. I do think artists be capping. They might have wrote and recorded in 15 minutes, but I definitely went back and fixed that.
No, they mean like, oh, I was on the way to the studio in the cab, and I just wrote.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. I just
I mean, I
think that-
For me, the easiest songs to write are the best ones that have succeeded for me.
me.
And that's a beautiful thing because it's like
If I'm
that's
working too
like,
hard on a song, I mean, it's like, yo, it's probably.
but it's for me. It's not more like changing this whole song or verses. It's within itself. It's more like the production of it. Let me add more ad libs. Let me layer this. It's more the production is what I take my time with. And like, let's say maybe you said 3 extra syllables. Maybe you said 2 or 1. Now this flows better. Little shit like
Only
that.
time is gonna show you that because time will show you if it feels weird or if it feels.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the songs I sit with the most are the ones that I feel like are my best songs. I feel like I sit with all my fucking music though. I'm not even gonna lie.
Another question. I feel like being a woman in the industry, do you feel like even without music, just in general, like, do you feel like you get treated different? Is it easier? You feel like, because there's like DJs, for example, that are women that you see like shoot up to the top because of their
Yes.
looks, right? So as a woman, do you feel like you use your looks or do you not use it, but it still helps you? Like, how do you feel about just being a woman in general in the industry?
I feel like there is space, a lot of space nowadays for women in the industry, for sure. But when it comes to like the little side extra shit, like you said, like your looks and people thinking, especially
Do
men.
you feel like it helps you?
I mean, looks help for sure. Like nobody want an ugly woman in their face going up to the DJ booth like, can you spit my shit? Imagine some ugly bitch. You scaring me. Fuck. DJ all mad and shit. I usually get my song played because I am a pretty woman. Like, I guess like, the DJs think I'm cute. But usually
And you feel like you shouldn't be ashamed of that, right?
I mean, I feel like
There's people that will hate on that, like, oh, she is up there because of her looks.
I'm
You
up
shouldn't
there
be
because of
ashamed
my
of it.
hard work.
I'll just be flat out. You shouldn't be ashamed of that.
Not at all. I mean, look, if you're a beautiful man or woman, like, just use that
it.
shit. Why
No, because there's people that will hate on that. So I'm,
tan gata y son, tú dices, ay Dios, tan linda, tan lindo. Y no sirve, bro. So, I mean, if you're using your looks to your advantage. I mean, I'm not saying I personally use my looks. I know that I'm a confident woman and like I could just go up to a DJ if I felt like it. Like if I'm in that energy, because if I'm just chilling in the spot, like I'm just chilling in the spot and I'm listening to the music that's playing. But like, let's say I am in that energy, like you said, going up to a DJ, I would, be confidently going up to them because I know I got that.
What I meant was like, I just made an example of like, because I know a lot of DJs, because I work in the field.
Of course.
There's a lot of girl DJs that are not as talented as men DJ, but they look so good that they shoot up to the top, and now they're DJing for like 50 Cent, they're DJing for Tory Lanez, even though they're not as good because of their women and because of their looks. So I was saying that, do you feel like that, is that the same in music?
Shout out to the bad.
There could be some. I think the thing about that is that those women aren't just using their looks. Okay. I think they're doing a couple things they don't say. You know what I mean? And we just know what that means, right?
I know what that means. And if
we just know what that means. And if you don't understand, you're too young.
So basically, you're okay. You encourage good-looking people to use their looks.
I encourage people to work hard. Get up in your ass and work hard. Kim Kardashian said this shit. The reason that woman is rich is because they really be putting in the work. Like running a business is no joke, for real. Like,
and the work ethic could speak for itself. So it's like people could say all they want, but like you don't even gotta say, "Oh, I put in the work," because it shows for itself. So
there you go.
You could be pretty and put that work in.
That's it.
Or you could be pretty and not put the work in.
Oh, it's Zane speaking. Zane Simone.
Yes.
Or you could be pretty and not put the work in. You could be handsome and not put the work in.
Yes. Like not everybody's Paris Hilton. You feel me? Like she was born into this shit. Yeah. Her pops been running this shit, rich as fuck, and she, and she just really just was.
But then he took the money away, and she was like,
"But that also
let me get on my grind, right? Let me do
that also goes not only for entertainment but for life. Like for example, I'm a bartender. I've been in the hospitality and restaurant industry for years. There have been women that are just uberly attractive, and they think that they're the shit, but you don't know how to make 10 drinks at once. You got to learn how to do both.
But have you seen the example where they're like basically like a rookie at bartending, but they get so many tips because they're beautiful?
Yeah,
that's me. I'm not even lying.
How many years?
I'm not a cocktail expert. I am not a wine expert.
So that story about that time that you got hired in like 2 days they fired you.
They fired me in 2 days. They wasn't not buying the looks. Not there.
Oh,
not over there.
At like a cocktail bar.
No, nigga, it was motherfucking
Mama Juana, right?
No, not Mama Juana. Mofongo House. Mofongo House.
Oh, no.
207.
Tell the story.
You know what? We still going there. We spent bread. We dropped tips. You know what I mean?
Oh, no.
It's okay. You know what I mean? But it was that before I went to bartending school, I did try to finesse. Mm-hmm. And I should have been honest and said, hey, like, I don't know what I'm doing. But I was in the building like, I'm here. Because I thought it was just a rum and coke. I thought it was just like that.
Rum and coke?
But nigga, I couldn't even make the rum and coke either. So it was just bad.
I mean, it happens.
Wasn't it like a busy ass day? And then
yes. So I'm telling, so let me tell a story. So yo, I pop in this bitch. He's like, I have this fake ass resume. Mind you, my friend got into bartending like that. My friend got into bartending like this. So I'm like, shit, me too.
Coworkers got into it like that.
Fuck that, they get 1,500 for bartending school. I was like, fuck that. We making 1,500 this week at the bar. So I was like, let's get it. So I'm walking around Dyckman. Mofongo House is like, can you come tomorrow? I said, of course. Boom.
Sure.
I come
Sure.
Just looking for work.
Just another day.
I'm just unemployed, nigga. Of course I can make it. So I come and it's chilled. Like nobody's there. It's like a
Oh, you thought it was gonna be light.
Day.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, word, Mofongo House chill as fuck. I was like, I'm shocked. This shit used to be lit. I'm in my brain saying all this shit. And then like I'm making light shit, barely anything, because the people that came were like drinking beer. I just cracked their little Corona open. It was calm day.
It was probably like what 8:30. You like, oh yeah, it's gonna be light.
Nah, it was like noon. It was like noon to 4. Like
wait till the happy hour start.
Yo, bro, hold on. The next day I come in, they're like, all right, see you tomorrow. Because I have 4 days of training. The next day I come in, first of all, it was graduation season. Why everybody was there with the congrats balloon, their cap and gown. Why the fuck was there so many reservations in that bitch? It was packed. I'm like, nigga, it's 2 o'clock.
I just got here.
Fuck. So I was just like, yo.
You feel like hot inside? Like you was like, oh, fuck. Like,
honestly, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna la cagué today because there's no.
They was gonna fuck around and find
They
out.
were gonna really train me. Like, yo, I'm gonna teach you the drinks tomorrow. I said, say less. I'm gonna learn. I was like, because my excuse was, you gotta teach me the cocktail drinks. If I don't know that was my excuse. If I don't know the cocktail drinks, I no pull up on sake. I know the margarita is simple. I was on YouTube. You already know. So long story short, if I was an experienced bartender, I would have helped the already bartender there and just been helping her out. Boom, 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 boom. 2 bartenders. Nigga, I didn't know what to do. I was just stuck. I was like, yo, all I could have done for her was a pina colada, a rum and coke. Even that I couldn't do, my nigga. Like, she was just mad as hell. And you could tell that she already told the boss.
Yeah.
They were giving me the cold shoulder the rest
Yo,
of the
she
day.
ain't shit.
Everybody was looking at her like, who the
Yo, she ain't shit.
It got
She
to a
lied.
point. It got to a point que yo no sabía más nada que hacer. So I was like, yo, just with a little rag cleaning, helping out, cutting limes, my nigga. I didn't know what to do. I was
All you could
picking
do
out
was
the
entertain the
minis.
guests. Like,
Yeah, so I was just like, you know what, man.
yeah, man.
Then when I came the next day, he was just kind of like, you could go. And I was like, well, you have to pay me. And he was like,
for what?
okay.
Yeah,
No, it was paid
that's
training.
all it take. All
It
right,
was
cool.
paid training. It was like 40 a day. So he gave me 80. I was like, thank you so much.
Bro, I remember my first day. I only bartended on Dyckman one time. I helped open up República.
Without license or whatever the fuck that is? What is it?
I don't have a license to this day.
Really?
Help open up.
You don't need a license in New York. So
That's the thing. You don't need a license, but when you were when you were rookie, they tell you, "Oh man, I'm gonna go get the
because
license."
they want a little piece of paper to show that you know what you're doing, so they don't run into that story.
Run into niggas like
It's like a barber. Like I never had a license.
Yeah, it's like shit.
I never had a license.
want to
help
say it like that,
yourself.
but
No, it's okay. At the time, now I laugh because now I know what I'm doing. But like thinking about it now as an experienced bartender, looking back, I'm just like, that was hilarious, bro. Like,
yeah, I had the opposite story. The one day that I did bartend in Dyckman, I helped open up República, like I said, and it was me and it was 3 female bartenders, and they pretty much was just attracting the guests, dancing and twerking and shit, and I was just making every single drink, and I was like, yo, you know what? It's working. Fuck it. I'm gonna stay busy. I'm gonna break a sweat. Y'all do what y'all do. And I just knocked out all the drinks.
But how
But
did
did you
you
have
know
to
how to
tip
make a
them
drink
out?
though? How did you know how to make a drink?
Because I was already experienced. I'm saying the one time I did bartend on Dyckman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at that point I already had a few years under my belt. But like, yeah, and I was just making every drink. They would tell me what to make, and then we tipped it out. And then the next day I came back and they were like, actually, we don't want male bartenders. And I was like,
they say you killing
Oh, you
the
did them
vibe.
moves. What?
yeah, I was like, all right.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie to you. What spot have you been to in Dyckman that you seen? I mean, it happens, but it's female.
You see male
Nah,
bartenders
play
on Dyckman?
male bartenders. Play.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Okay, okay.
And
It's
República
just
too.
that
And República too.
On
Actually, every bartender is almost like a guy around here.
it's just
It's just that the bottle girls are girls.
yeah, because on
Vodka.
Dyckman it's not real
Bar.
bar culture. Like you don't really see people going to the bar.
It's just botella.
It's
I
all
want you to go to the bar. That's why they have niggas there. Like,
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I go to the bar on Dyckman, but that's just me.
Right, right.
You know,
I love the bar.
Same.
you know.
Gotta show the bar some love.
All right, so
Before you say that, wait. Because she never said the negative sides of being a woman in the industry.
let's talk about it.
The negatives
You
is
said
guys.
positive, you have looks and then whatever. Now you can say
Yeah, my positives are looks. That's the conclusion we came to.
no, being a
No,
woman, like things that you
that's
don't have
not
to
the positives. Oh, that you don't have to try. Yes.
Besides your work, it's like, okay, what are the benefits of being a woman? You
The
already spoke about that now. Like, okay.
now it's I guess the negatives is like guys trying to like flirt and fuck. That shit is annoying as fuck.
Flirt and fuck sounds like a song.
These niggas trying to flirt and fuck. Man, what the fuck? Trying to flirt and fuck. Man, what the fuck? These niggas trying to fuck me up. Nah, like annoying.
But
It's like do one or the other. I'm not mad at you trying to bag. Let me just say that.
ooh,
You trying to pull up, but don't try to pull up on a business tip. Then we locked in on the business tip. We went back and forth, and we had a professional,
no pun intended.
a professional establishment.
Business
And
set,
then-
no business set.
And then like now it's after that studio session, like
Yo,
I don't know, like you different. What the fuck, bro?
What's up with them ad-libs?
Wait,
Niggas
still be using
I
what's
don't
What's up with
know.
them ad-libs? Scott,
Niggas still be saying, yo, you different. I don't know what it is about
It's
you.
your
They still
vibe.
doing that? That's crazy.
Hey man,
I thought they would be like, yo, we getting money together.
So many people, man.
Oh, we just had a emotional artistry moment. Then niggas are saying, yo, you different.
out of like 10 rappers, how many of them try to get at you?
9.5. 9.5.
Or singles?
That's the
What?
thing. I think because two of the people I have songs with were actually like my friends. One was gay though, so that don't count. He never tries to talk to me, obviously. My other one was a friend. I would hope not. You're hilarious. My other one was really my friend, but excluding those two people, like I have
I mean, like
people I
out of
made
10
songs
rappers that approach you to make music, how many of them try to? Like, what's the average of like 10 rappers that try to make music with you that actually then try to talk to you?
I mean, do you see my features? I have songs just me. It never happened. It never happened. Like it just don't get there because I just get turned off and I'm
Also,
like,
that was my next question.
of work.
So you got better at like recognizing when niggas don't really mean business.
Yeah, so it's no point of wasting my time because I'm gonna really put my energy into this, and I'm not putting my energy into this with no bozo nigga. You know what I mean? Like on some bozo shit. Because it's like I said, it's not that don't bag, but like if it's like yo, if in the studio I gave you a vibe, then I respect that. Like yo, text me like yo, was that a little vibe? Like oh shit, yeah, you right, nigga. Maybe we should flirt and fuck.
Now.
But when it's not like that, and you broing the nigga and it's gang all night, and then you text me you different,
Niggas said gang all night.
I'm just
Like,
confused.
I am
amongst the
different 'cause I'm
words.
gang, nigga. Fuck out of here.
So all you niggas in your DMs that have asked to work with her, now you know why.
Fuck. The fuck.
I wanna ask you a few more things before we wrap this up.
Yes.
The last main topic I wanted to talk to you about was you had your first SOB show.
Yes.
That's a big accomplishment for a New York.
First SOBs.
There's two things
That
that
was your first?
There's two things that
first-
New York artists do. New York rappers do. Everybody
Say it.
everybody writes to Shook Ones Part 2. That's like one of the
True.
Okay.
And then everybody dreams of
Clap
performing
back.
at SOBs.
Yo, literally, like
What's up?
I just felt blessed. I was like, yo, like this is an amazing opportunity. I feel like so many of our favorites have walked on that stage, are still walking on that stage. Like that's a huge like that's a landmark
That's a fact.
in New York that like artists in their journey touch right before like that peak or like in the journey of their artistry. Like I think it's dope. So I'm like, yo, I'm out here doing something right.
You're doing a lot of things
Feel
right because
free.
you're in the mecca of the world, and then you're in the mecca of the performance stages of the mecca of the world. That's
And on the
No,
Dyckman
literally.
podcast.
of the mecca of New York. It's like levels.
Yo, we're literally on the Dyckman podcast, guys. Like in Dyckman, no bulto type shit.
Is there another podcast named Dyckman? No, this is the only one, right? Pretty much.
If they are, they ain't us.
We suing them.
I'm just saying because this is like literally the.
Nah, if they are, they ain't us, bro. They could try. You could try. I could give you all the seasoning. You ain't gonna season the food like us, my boy.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
Now I have
Oh.
a new segment that I thought of today that I want to introduce with you.
Okay.
It's called Highs and Lows. Can you tell me about one of the high peak moments of your career that you were like, yo, I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe this happened. And then I want to hear about a low moment that you really had to ask yourself, do I really want to do this?
Oh.
Okay, word. Good question. Good question.
Thank you.
So, a high moment for me was definitely when I hosted the HBO New York Latino Film Festival that you
Shout out to them.
mentioned in the beginning. Just because I was like, really like just passionate for like hosting and red carpet work, and like I did do a couple film festivals, but like just having HBO Latino, man, I love them over there. That's like family, for real, family.
Do people ever
They
get
really treated me like dope, and it was just an amazing experience. Just like being a part of like, cause they do it in Hispanic Heritage Month.
Mm-hmm.
You're meeting so much people every day.
Mhm.
People
People
are
that
flying
wanna
out to this shit. Like there's like celebs in the building.
You did the red carpet with them.
Yeah, like
You did. I think you might have done a few skits for them and stuff. Like you did a lot of stuff.
yeah, we did a lot of promotion for it. So yeah.
Can you tell me about a low moment in your career that you really had to decide that this is what you want to do?
Yeah, literally being what I'm doing right now.
Well, I mean,
That wasn't a low moment.
more of a moment that
Okay, cut
that
it.
something. No, just more of a moment that something went wrong or something.
Like your manager stealing money from you, your manager being
Yeah.
shady, or like,
Okay,
"Bro, I
okay.
really want to do this. Like,
or like,
Okay,
yeah.
so
Thank you.
just to there you go. Foreign with
Well,
the.
that's why he's
Gotta hit him with the bombs over
That's
there.
why he said.
oh,
Scratch that about the other thing. To clarify, guys, I've been a natural born artist, right? But it was really what I meant by deciding to do this is like actually for a living. Because when you actually really do this, you be like, yo, should I do the 9 to 5 or should I just be a fucking rock star? So I said, yo, let me be a fucking rock star, man. But anyway,
I love that.
a low moment. I've experienced a couple of low moments, just kind of like, yeah, people that say that they're gonna be there for you and they fucking not, for real. Like when you're an artist, you really need the support. And then when it comes to management, we need that representation. And for real, like a lot of people just want to walk around and say, oh, this is my artist. Like a lot of people just want to say you they artist because you really do make them look good. And they can't and I'm depending on you to pop. Instead, you depend on social media for me to pop. That's not how we work. You know, I've definitely had like more than one experience like that. And then like as an artist, it just kind of makes you feel like shit. Cause it's like, yo, like this person is someone I trusted to like grow with, someone I trusted to like push me forward, you know, be my mentor to a certain extent. Not just about money or business, you know.
Yeah.
But like
I'm dependent on you and you're dependent on me. That's
Yeah.
like that.
and sometimes people don't really like want the best interest. They don't have the best interest for you at heart. Sometimes people
it seems
do
more like
just
they wanted the look instead of the actual like
Yeah.
interest in seeing you blow up.
So yeah, that's for real, for real. Like, don't let people just walk around saying like, "Yo, this is my artist." Like, no, they don't have the pleasure of saying that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just like we can't be waiting for social media for me to blow up. Like, you have to actually go and make the moves. That's like Aventura's manager that sued them because he was out there knocking on doors for them, and then when they blew up, they forgot about him. But we're not gonna talk about that. Search his interview on YouTube. He spilled the beans.
I didn't know about that, but me
He
and
spilled the beans.
I didn't know
Like,
about
who is
that.
this nigga? I was like, word.
Me and Romeo from the same block, so we definitely not gonna talk about that.
Santos
Shout out 173rd and Vice, you heard?
type shit.
With that said, do you feel like having a manager anytime soon, or like you independent forever? What's the vibe?
Well, I would like to definitely have like, you know, that business tip. Because at the end of the day, sometimes as an artist, you do just want to focus on like being in the studio.
Artist, yeah.
And like, you know, not having to deal with the technical side of shit because I shouldn't be talking to fucking this person for a feature. No.
They're gonna flirt and fuck.
They want to just flirt and fuck. Instead, now we have a barrier and now we have somebody saying, yo, it's tanto for the feature. Not just, oh, let me just hit up Genny Genn. Also, another thing is like, I feel like part of this artistry, and you know this because you're an artist, is being exclusive. Who am I if I'm accessible? You need to contact my management.
I like
Emails in the bio.
I like that.
You know what I mean? Like you can't wait for them to treat you the part. You are the part. That's why I said earlier, I am the business.
That's another bar.
I'm the
You on
business.
fire right now. Keep going, girl.
That's it. Like I don't gotta wait for people to open the door. I go and open the door. That's it. Like you gotta put in the work. That's why I've been saying that shit. Like put in the work, you will see the results. That's it.
I'm not gonna lie, Jen. I met you while you was putting in the work. Saw you again while you was putting in the work, and every time I see you, you hustling. So I
Still
want
putting in the work,
to
man.
say thank you for being on the pod.
As in she heard some heat in the car, man. Putting in the work.
I want to say thank you for being on the pod. You have an open door to come back on anytime you like. It's always love when I see you. Normally I do this at the beginning of the pod, but we just kind of float into conversation. Can you please tell the people where they can find you, any social medias that you have, and also let them know of any upcoming projects that you have, songs, hostings, anything that you got coming on?
Yes. You can find me at all social media platforms at It's Genny Genn. That's ITSGENNYGENN. 2 N's at the end. Not one. I always gotta say this. Stop spelling Jen with 1 N. It's 2 N's intentionally.
Hold you.
It's not an extra little letter for the gram.
I'm not gonna hold
This
you.
is my shit. Like Google my name is Genny Genn with 2 N's.
When I was looking you up on Apple Music, I put that one Jen and it didn't show up. I put the second one that came up.
Gang
So
shit.
she's right.
So get it right, get it tight.
And with that being said, thank you for another episode of the Dyckman podcast. We have Foreign, we have Genny Genn, we have myself. Thank you for tuning in.
I'm sad.
Now, from the MC. Live from the MC.